It's 40 years ago that Band Aid Do They Know It's Christmas reached number one. It was the brainchild of Bob Geldof and Midge who pulled together the world's biggest music artists of the day. It was recorded in just one day. Stroud Times has managed to track down Steve Hurrell, who is a Stroud photographer, and he was there that day on location taking photographs. Let's go meet him in the caravan. Steve, it's absolutely lovely to meet you. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here.
Great to have you in the caravan. So let me take you back 40 years. What were you doing generally in the early 80s?
Oh, well, my life then was I just returned from a long journey around the world to break my habits of where I'd been before, and I wanted to join the film business. And luckily I was given a break by this company, Tattooist International. So by the early 80s, I was working as a sort of runner on film sets, doing music videos and documentary work sometimes.
And then the company that you were working for got a call one day from a Mr. Midge.
Yeah, well, Midge was the lead singer of a band called Ultravox at one point, and one of the cameramen who owned this company I was working with. They were a collective, really. He had been the cameraman on the famous video for Vienna. Anyway, Midge knew him, got close to him and asked if the film crew could come along and help out on this day of filming. My impression was that no one quite really realised we were just going to try and film the recording of a song for charity, but didn't know how much further than that it would go.
Well, let's talk about what's on your laptop. You've managed to capture some amazing images from that day, and we've asked you to select just a few of your favourite images. So which one are you going to start with then,
Well,
Steve?
let me just explain. The reason I was taking some pictures was for the editing, the cutting room as they call it. They couldn't see anything, there was no video, so they needed something to get a reference for where people were at different times of the song. So I just took whatever seemed appropriate and not to interfere and get in the way. So in here I've got general scenes of the recording here of the one of the elements of the chorus. There were multi-tracked parts. And you'll see here Sting and George Michael and Bananarama, Jodie Watley, Paul Young, and there were also others all around. So I chose this because this is right at the thing, and I'm actually singing. You couldn't help but not, it was infectious. Feed the world, do they know it's Christmas? So I was singing, and the mic's right there, so I know I'm on the song. This is one where we've gone in the middle of the day. We were asked to go and film a special live recording of an acoustic version for publicity purposes. So this is Bob Geldof and Paul Weller, and my great mate Chris Malone. He was from Tattooist as well. He's one of the technicians. So I was just so pleased to be right there at the heart of the recording. There was only about 5 of us all together in this one little
Really
it's a little cupboard. Oh, and here's Simon Le Bon and Bob as they're being filmed close up by Dave Bridges, who's one of our cameramen at Tattooist. And this was actually interesting. This guy here is Roger Deakins, who became a very famous cinematographer and won 2 Oscars. And here he was he'd just come out of the National Film School. And like all these people, they were young people giving and offering his services for free.
Amazing.
And here's another one. This is showing Bono, Sting, George Michael, and the Bananarama, and Midge, Paul Young again in another. You can see there's different people singing together, and when they were recording, sometimes there were just 3 or 4 of these people all standing around a mic and pitching in, just doing one line at a time of the song. So it's interesting if you go back to hear the song, you can listen out you can hear the distinctive notes of their particular phrasing. But no, it was good fun. Everybody buckled down. They knew that this was important, and the job had to be done. Yeah. And Midge was more isolated because he had to take the whole technical recording of the song and the music, and so he was always at any time he was thinking of the next thing, and it made it quite difficult for him. And so I was lucky to go into the control room and watch that whole process happen, where they're fiddling all the buttons and so on.
Wow. It was a really long day. You said that you finished at 2 a.m. You went home and took an amazing self-portrait. You look quite washed out.
Yeah, no, well, I knew there had been such an important day. I didn't realise it would be such an important day, in a sense, globally. But also, when I got there, I had my little camera, and it had a roll of negatives on it, and I knew there was one left. So I thought, I've got to take this in to get this process. I'll just take a picture of myself to remind me of the day. So, and then luckily, I've just found it again after having lost it for a while. Yeah, I'm just so grateful to have had the chance to do my little bit.
Steve, it's been absolutely fascinating talking to you. Thank you for sharing your story today with Stroud Times.
Thank you for being interested, and
thank you.
Thank you.